Your self-confidence is going to get you your next promotion, customer, or client. And the truth is that self-confidence is directly linked to your focus. In today's episode, I'm sharing a snippet from an old training talking about romance. Then I'll be reframing those mindset shifts through a business lens. In the episode, we're talking about how to take your confidence to an unshakable level, and we're talking about how your next level of confidence is going to directly improve the quality of your life, the quality of your work, and the quality of the companies, customers, or clients that you work with. You are now listening to the Naked and Noisy Manifestation Tools for the Professional Woman podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Hughes, life, mindset, and manifestation coach. In this podcast, my job is to help you create a life where your every desire is manifesting, your emotional needs are continuously met, and your life's purpose is being fulfilled. Let's get into it. How I feel matters to me. I care about this goal, not because if I don't reach it, I'm not worthy of love, not because God's going to get angry at me, not because the world's going to get upset with me, but because I care about doing my best. I care about growing my business. I care about growing my social media platform. I care. Okay? That's your affirmation. I care. So I show up for me. I take care of me. There's nothing more important than me. And it's not that there's magically enough for me. It's not that there's magically enough time for me. I make enough for me because I'm important to me. I make enough time to take care of myself. I make enough time to take care of my business. I make enough time to have that balanced life because I'm important to me. And these are skills and experiences that are going to transfer. Because what experience do you also want to have? You want an experience where men prioritize you. You want an experience where men prioritize you. You want an experience where men put your love on top. My wife needs me. My wife needs something. Oh, gotta go. I have to leave work early. Sorry. I have to leave work early. My wife needs me. It's an emergency. Oh, I can't hang out with the guys tonight. My wife needs me. It's an emergency. My girlfriend called me over. My girlfriend wants to see me this weekend. I want to see her. She's important to me. I love hanging out with her. I love being around her. She is important to me. To have that experience with men where they prioritize you and they show up for you, you have to show up for you and you have to take care of you. And it's not a rule where those things are linked, where it's like, until I show up for me, no man will ever show up for me. It's not that. What it is that we're mirrors to each other, right? So when I'm not important to me, I don't take care of me. I don't take care of me emotionally. I don't prioritize what I need. I don't prioritize how I feel. I don't prioritize my dreams. And a man comes into my life, he doesn't prioritize me. He doesn't prioritize showing up for me. He doesn't fight to be in my life. That behavior is more acceptable to me because it's how I treat myself. That's normal. It's my normal. It's normal for me to be neglected. It's normal for me to be ignored. It's normal for me to be ghosted. I might not be able to separate myself from myself, but when my inner children are crying for love and support, when my abandonment wounds are being triggered in a connection, I'm not taking care of myself. So I might as well be ghosting me. He's doing it in the external, but I'm doing it in the internal. So when I show up for myself and I make enough time for me, Natalie Hughes, your dreams are important to me. Your feelings are important to me. Your desires are important to me. You matter to me. You matter to me. You matter to me. You matter to me. When I show up and I'm the woman who fights for myself, a man comes into my life, nonchalant NIGGAs, don't have time. Don't have time. It's the most unattractive thing in the world. I can't do nonchalance. I can't do non-committal. I can't do men who don't show up. I can't do men who don't fight for me because that doesn't resonate with me. That doesn't resonate with me. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you could be afraid of how you feel for me and not fight through that to be in a relationship with me. I don't get that because I don't behave in that way. We're not compatible. It doesn't match. That's not normal to me. Because I love me and I care about me, I fight for me with every single thing that I have. There's no such thing as I was too afraid, so I didn't do it. There's no such thing as I was too afraid, so I did not fight for my dream. So when men don't show up in my life and they're not fighting for me, they're not chasing me down, baby, we're not compatible. You must not get me how I get me. You must not have the eyes to see or the ears to hear, because I'm the shit. That level of confidence, that level of self-love, that level of self-respect, it's going to start with you. And as you're building out your, I want to take that snippet and I want to reframe it within the context of your career, how you view yourself and how you create confidence in your job, confidence in your workplace. So in the snippet that I shared, we were talking about nonchalant men, but in your career, you're talking about nonchalant audience members. You're talking about nonchalant higher ups, nonchalant customers and clients. When you're having an experience where people are indifferent towards your work, or they're constantly nitpicking your work, or you're constantly afraid that they're going to tear your work apart, you're afraid that they're going to dislike it, you're afraid that they're going to be dissatisfied with what they're getting from you, then it's a mindset shift. Because on the one hand, we can't control how people feel about us. We can't control how they're going to respond. What we can control is our assumption. What we can control is what we focus on. What we can control is what we choose to expect. What we can control is what we are a vibrational match to. We can't control how they're going to respond. So when we're having that experience where we feel really insecure within ourselves, we're looking at our presentations, we're looking at our courses, we're looking at our offers, and we're going, this isn't good enough, this isn't good enough, this isn't good enough. I need to add more here. I have to do more of this, right? This is what I really hate about it. It's not good enough here, whatever. When we're having that moment, it's this downward spiral where we're focusing on the negativity. We're focusing on what's not good enough about it. And of course, that makes us feel insecure. That would make anybody feel insecure. What happens when you feel insecure? You're going to stutter more. You're going to walk into the room fucking hunched over. You're not going to speak in a clear voice, right? The way that you talk and the flow of your presentations, of your pitches, of your landing page and your marketing and whatever, the flow of it is going to be off. It's going to feel weird. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the content of your presentation or the content of your art or the content of your landing page or the content of your course. It has to do with what's alive within you. It has to do with your own self-confidence. And within this context, we're talking about what you believe about you, what you believe about your ability to serve. And so when you're ready for that next level of confidence, because you want to be a vibrational match to the people who are raving about your work, you want to be a vibrational match to the people who think that your work is the greatest thing in the world. You want to be a vibrational match to the people who want to be inside of every single offer that you have, or you want to be a match to the people, the companies, the corporations, the clients who want to work with you, who are dying to work with you, who are calling you up like, I need her, I need to connect with her, I need to be with her, I need to be around her. You want to be a match to those people. You want to be a magnet to those people. It's going to start with how you feel about you, how you feel about the work that you do. Do you look at your offers? Do you look at your pitches? Do you look at your presentations and think to yourself, oh my God, this is so good. This is the greatest thing in the world. This is so amazing. Or do you look at it and say, I don't know if that's good enough. I don't know if they're going to like this. I don't know if they're going to enjoy this. I don't know if they're going to respond to this. I don't know how they're going to feel. I don't know. I don't like this. Oh, there's a mistake there. Oh, I made that typo there. Do you see every mistake as an opportunity for you to get fired? Do you see every mistake as an opportunity for you to fail miserably? That way of thinking, that behavior is something that comes as a natural consequence of your childhood experience, your high school experience, your experience with your parents or your teachers and administrators. If you grew up within that culture where there is a huge focus on your flaws, there's a huge focus on everything that you're doing wrong, instead of a focus on all of the things amazing about you, instead of a focus on all of the things brilliant about you, then of course you would be a magnet to people who focus on your flaws. Of course, you would be a magnet to thoughts of criticism, but you're the leader of your mind. And so what do? When you're building next level confidence? You focus differently. You use your mind differently. What do you love about this painting that you've just created? What is amazing about it? I love the intention behind the painting. I loved the process of how it was so smooth that the painting came together. I love the light. I love the focus. I love the details in the foreground. What do you love about the presentation that you just did? I love the color scheme of the presentation. I think that the color scheme is amazing. I think that it's brilliant. I think that it's attention grabbing. I think that it's different. I think that it's unique. I also think that it's a representation of my soul's essence. So when I leave a copy of the presentation with the people, they're going to look at it. They're not going to see every other bitch. They're going to see me. They're going to see 1 million presentations from 1 million people trying to use a presentation in order to go the extra mile, following the same generic fucking advice. They're going to see 1 million presentations by 1 million people who are all pretty brilliant, who are all pretty good at what they do. But when they see my presentation with my color scheme that matches my fabulous blazer and my amazing shoes that I have picked out, they're going to remember my voice. They're going to remember my jokes. They're going to remember who I am and how I am. I love the colors of this presentation because it really feels like a reflection of my soul, of who I am. And my soul and who I am is really fucking good. I love the way that I made these points. I love the way that when I watched over the recording of my practice presentation, I really loved the way that I summarized the points at the end. That was so good. I love the way that I brought it full circle with that example. That's so good. I've got to keep that in there. I liked the jokes. I thought that the jokes were perfectly timed. What do you love about what you have to offer? What do you love about your courses? I love the way that I teach. I love the way that when you're listening to me, you feel tuned in, tapped in, turned on to something. I love the way that every single time you listen to me, you get some sort of epiphany. And I only feel this way around certain really high vibrational people, like Abraham Hicks. I used to really feel that way listening to Abraham Hicks. I could listen to something of Abraham Hicks online, and I would, after I got done listening to that audio, I would feel super inspired, and it was like gears would be shifting in my brain. I'd be getting things, puzzle pieces would be clicking into place. And that's also how I feel when I listen to my own courses. I'm like, yes, I'm getting it. I'm understanding it. I love the way that I channel. I love the way that I give examples. I love that I tell a great joke. I say something funny. We have 2 seconds to laugh, and then we move back on to the thing that's important. I love that it's so focused on, purpose. I love the way that I feel when I listen to me. I love that I can listen to my videos and go, yes, this is true. I agree. Even based on things that I taught, things that I already know for sure. I listen to my own videos and I go, oh, damn, that is such a good reminder. That's what I needed to hear today. I love that when I listen to myself, I am always hearing something that I needed to hear. I spent lots of money, hundreds and thousands of dollars, to work with coaches. I was feeling this plateau in my career, my finances. I want to level up in my finances. I want to level up in what I'm charging. I want to receive more 4 and 5 figure clients with ease and consistency. And so I'm in these other programs and in these other courses and asking this coach for an answer to something, but I don't even know if she's going to respond to me, because there's been a time where she just didn't respond to me, which was just weird. And I'm leaving that program because of that. But I go and listen to my video. Actually, it's from the training, the snippet that I gave at the beginning of this. I listened to that video. I listened to that audio. And the gears start shifting and changing. And shit starts coming into focus. And I just feel that clarity. I love that listening to me raises my vibration in a way that not many coaches can do. Not everybody has that gift. Just because they're a 6-figure, 7-figure coach does not mean that they have that gift. Everybody does not have the gift of gab the way that Natalie Hughes has it. They just don't. They just don't. And you're lying if you say anything else. Anything otherwise. It's a bullshit lie from the devil's mouth. I know it because I felt it. I love the way that I feel when I'm listening to myself speak. I love the way that I feel when I'm reading my own Instagram posts. I love the way that I feel. I feel like, oh yeah, I can do this. Oh yeah, God is on my side. Oh yeah, that is what I needed to hear. So, okay, we're done with the examples for now. You want to build next level confidence? You need to get high on your own supply. You need to like you. How many times and moments did I create courses when I was recording them, I'm on fire, it's flowing out of me, it feels so good, but when it's time to talk about my courses, I'm resistant to listening and playing it back. That moment of, I don't want to listen to the recording of it because I hate hearing the sound of my own voice. You got to get over that shit by tomorrow. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Do you know you have 30 minutes to play that fucking tape? Do you know you have 30 seconds to run that shit back? Because every single moment that you hold off on watching you, every single moment that you hold off on watching you is a moment that you're losing to praise yourself. It's a moment that you're losing to build confidence. And that's money that you're leaving on the table. That's like one of my favorite business phrases. I love when they say that. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. Because I do want to pick that money up off yeah. Take it off the table and put it in my briefcase, bitch. Like, that's how I feel. That's really how I feel. Every single second that you're avoiding you is another second that you're leaving income. You're leaving that raise. You're leaving that promotion. You're leaving that higher level client on the table. I don't want it. I'm good. I'm going to avoid the sound of my voice. I'm going to avoid looking at my work because I only focus on the things that I don't like. That's a choice. You want next level confidence? You want next level leadership? You want next level income recognition and respect in your world? You got to be the leader of your mind, and you got to be the leader of your focus, and you got to be the woman who walks into her work who walks into her presentation, who walks into her course, who walks into her program and says, I love this. This is so good and this is so amazing. I love this and this is so good and this is so amazing. This is really good shit. This is really good shit. The reason why there's hundreds of women who are inside of the free resource library is because every single time I talk about the free resource library and I say, you better come get you some of this. This is really good shit. You can feel it when I say that it's good shit, because I believe that it's good shit because it's shit that I use. I use my courses and I use my journals from the free resource library. I use my EFT tapping from the free resource library. The shit is good. It's amazing. That's next level confidence. The woman who has the experience where people want to get into her world, people want to get into her offers, people want to connect with her, she has confidence in herself. And the way that she talks about her offers is, this is an amazing training that's going to powerfully change your life. This is an amazing course that's going to powerfully change your life. This is an amazing blah, blah, blah that you absolutely need to be a part of, that you absolutely need to be in. There's an energy of, ooh, I feel magnetized towards this. There's an energy of, ooh, yeah, I want to be in your world. I want to know what the hell you're talking about. Because you feel this strongly. You feel this conviction. And that strength and that conviction comes from practice. You're not born with it. You're not born feeling like your work is the best work in the world. You watch your shit. And it's a bullshit lie from the devil's mouth whenever you're telling the story, I have to criticize myself, otherwise I won't get better. It's not true. You're going to get better because you're living on the leading edge of creation, and that's who you are. You were made to grow and expand. You were born to take thought to places that thought has never gone before. You were born to turn thoughts into things. And when you manifest your desires, what happens next? You want more shit. You take thought to a place that, once again, it has never gone before. Your manifestation journey is not just a journey of making your dreams come true. It's this experience of living on the leading edge of creation, participating in the progression of humanity, the progression of life on earth, the progression of our existence in this time-space reality. It's very fun shit. So you were always going to go to your next level because that's who you are. You were always going to make it better. You were always going to grow it. You were always going to expand it. You were always going to tweak it and freak it because that's who you are. And that's what you came to do. So you don't have to beat you up. You don't have to scream and cry and throw up because there's a fucking typo. You don't have to make a mistake mean anything about who you are or what you get to have. You can look at your shit. You can celebrate your shit. You can acknowledge, okay, next time I want to do something different. Okay, let's flip this. Let's grow this. Let's expand this. Let's add to it in this way. Let me explain it a little bit better. Let me add in this little blurb here. But don't go there first. Celebrate it first. Focus on what you love about it first. Focus on what makes it amazing first. Get high off of it first, and then tweak it and freak it. That needs to be your go-to. Oh my God, this was so amazing. Oh my God, this was so wonderful. This was so great. I really love this. Oh, this was fucking amazing. When they hear this shit, they're going to go crazy. When they experience this, they're going to think it's the greatest thing in the fucking world. You need to be your own hype man. That is how you're going to get to next level confidence. That's how you're going to be the woman that people are like, okay, I need to be in her world. Because what the fuck is going on there? It seems like it's a really fun place to be. She's really good at her job. And it's not just in that business way, like for my entrepreneurs, for my artists. It's also in that corporate way because we all have a brand. You might have a personal brand and not a brand for your business, not a brand for your company or your corporation, but you have a personal brand. So you have a personal brand that other people are seeing and are observing within you. Your resume is a part of your personal brand. the way that you talk about yourself, the adjectives that you use. That ChatGPT fucking resume, that's not C-suite level. That's not upper management level. It's not. Because it's not your personal fucking brand. It's a robot. It looks like every other bitch. I've never seen something that was done by AI that felt like it had soul and felt like it was alive and felt like it was the greatest thing ever in the world that moved me and changed me and shifted me. AI can't do what Beyonce does. I'm not going to go to an AI concert and see a fake Beyonce perform. There's nothing like the real thing. Your resume is your personal brand. And when you have that personal relationship with self, where you like you and you take care of you and you fight for your own happiness, you fight to see things about yourself that you love. You fight to see things about your work that you love. It shows, it manifests. Just like, let me think of an example. When I was the most insecure in my body, I wore the most loose-fitting clothes, like Billie Eilish. I'm not saying Billie Eilish is or isn't insecure. I'm saying I dress like Billie Eilish in my own way. I wore really loose-fitting clothes because I was trying to hide my body and hide my body shape. I fucked around and spent so many years avoiding looking at my body in the mirror that I didn't even really know what my body looked like. I knew what my face looked like, of course, but I really avoided my body in the physical mirror. This was like when I was in high school. And then when I got to college, I had lost weight. It wasn't an intentional thing. It was just something that happened. But I was getting ready to turn 19 years old. This was a year before I left fucking college. And a psychic came up to me and told me that I was going to leave my college. And I was like, no way in hell. Let's move on. She told me that I was going to leave my college. And she said, the reason why you're having trouble in love is because you don't love yourself. And so from that fucking moment, I started taking pictures of myself. I would go out with my friend, Michaela. We would go out for brunch every Sunday or the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, but I think it was like a Sunday. We would go out, we would get dressed up, and we would take pictures. And of all of my pictures that I had, I forced myself to post 3 pictures a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You have to post 3 pictures. So I remember when I first started doing it, I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh, this isn't good enough. Oh, this isn't good enough. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, it doesn't look perfect there. And I literally was like, I don't give a fuck. You could find a flaw in all 59 of these. You're going to post 3. So choose the one with the least amount of flaws, baby. I don't know what to tell you. You're posting 3 photos on Instagram. And that's what I did. And I posted the photos, and my friends at the time were so lovely and amazing. So, they're all commenting, oh my God, you're so beautiful, queen, blah, blah, blah. Like, so sweet. Love them so much. Oh, love them so much. Great times. So that happened, and I felt better about myself, and I felt more self-love. And as the weeks progressed, I felt more beautiful. It was easier and easier to find 3 pictures that I liked and to post them. It was easier and easier and easier to show up and share myself, to like myself and love myself. And I was looking at the pictures of myself and I was going, that's what my body looks like? I didn't know what my body looked like. I just thought that my body was fat and ugly. There's nothing inherently ugly about being fat, but I thought that my body was fat and ugly. I didn't know that my body looked like that. I didn't know that my waist looked like that. I didn't know that. I literally was looking at these pictures of myself, discovering my body for the first time at 19 years old, going, that's what I look like? And then I really started to love myself and love my body. Now, I didn't know that self-love meant more than liking what your body looks like. I was in for a bit of a rude awakening, but that's another story for another time. The point is that self-love and that confidence got boosted over time. And the more that I liked myself and the more that I loved myself and my body, the tighter that my clothes became. By the time that it was like my sophomore year in college, all of my clothes were very tight. My jeans were tight. My tops were tight. I had a belt. My belt was tight as fuck. My waist was already pretty cinched, but it was even more so because I tied that belt around my waist like my life fucking depended on it. I dressed cuter. I wore tight clothes. I felt good about myself. But the way that I dressed was directly connected to how I felt about me, my confidence. Your lack of confidence is negatively impacting you in ways that you do not even see because it's coming through subconsciously. So the more that you become that woman who seeks out what's amazing about her shit, whether it's what's amazing about her personality, what's amazing about her work, what's amazing about her body, as you become that woman who seeks out what's amazing about her, you become more confident in yourself. That impacts the way that you show up. That impacts the way that you stand. It impacts the way that you speak during a presentation. It impacts the different adjectives that come to your mind when you're filling out that resume and you're describing and explaining what you did in what position and how that positively impacted the company culture, the results, the profits, the success of the company, of your team, etc., etc., etc. It's starting within. Is starting within. So, next level confidence, you're seeking out the great, amazing things within you, within the work that you do, and it's going to impact the way that you serve, and it's going to impact the quality of your life directly because you're going to feel better about yourself. It's also going to impact the jobs that you receive because, just like in romance, how nonchalant men stop feeling compatible. This is abnormal. This is an abnormal way of being. I don't get this. I don't understand this. Company culture with managers who are toxic. Company culture with managers who are seeking out your flaws. That becomes abnormal. That becomes, this is weird. That becomes, I don't do this. That becomes, this is not a match. That becomes, this is incompatible with me. I don't do a life experience where people are nitpicking me and making me feel bad about myself and making me feel like I'm not good enough. Because this is what I do really well and I know this. And this is what's really awesome about me and I know this. And this is what I really love about me and I know this. And there's nobody who can tell me about me. There's nobody who can change my opinion about me. That's that strong conviction. You can't tell me, oh, Natalie Hughes, the gift of gab, the way that bitch speaks sucks. You can't tell me that. That can't hurt me because that doesn't make any sense. Because I know that's a lie. Because I've experienced it for myself. I listen to the courses. I listen to the recordings. I listen to the podcast. It's amazing. I don't know how you ever put it down. You can't convince me that I'm not the shit. I've already been convinced. There is no conversion therapy away from loving me. And that's how you need to be. You need to get yourself to a place internally where nobody can convince you that your shit isn't the shit. You can't convince me that the name of my course isn't the shit. You can't convince me that the subtitle of the course isn't the shit. You can't convince me that the landing page isn't the shit. You can't convince me that the price isn't the shit. You can't convince me that this isn't the shit. You couldn't do it because I've seen it. I know exactly why it's the shit. I know exactly why it's amazing. I've experienced it. You can't tell me that my painting isn't the shit. I know exactly why it's the shit, and I'll name it right now. And it's not about being able to convince somebody else, because if they don't get it, they don't get it. Right? Like I said, I believe in the snippet that I share. Any man who has eyes to see or ears to hear can see that I'm the shit. If you don't see it, Buki, I don't have nothing for you. What more can I do? What more can I do? You need to go talk to that lady. I don't know. I don't know. That's beyond my jurisdiction. All I can do is be every woman. It's all in me. Like, you know what I mean? All I can do is be the best. All I can do is be her. All I can do is be the shit. You don't see it. You don't get it. Baby, that doesn't have nothing to do with me. That's personal. That's a personal issue. You need to like you, and you need to like your work. You need to like who you are and what you do and how you serve so much and so strongly that if somebody doesn't like you, it's a personal. You don't want to hire me? Who I am and how I show up is not compatible with your company culture? That's fine. I'm still the shit. I'm still amazing. And when you show up in that energy of I'm still the shit and I'm still amazing, you're not buying my course, it doesn't matter. I'm still the shit. I'm still amazing. I'm the woman you want to work with. I'm the woman you want to connect with. I'm the woman you want to be around. These are not things that you say directly to people, even though depending on your own personal brand, it might be. Obviously, it's shit that I say. Hello. But it's not about what you say to them. It's about what you say to you. It's about what you feel within you. Because when you feel that you're the shit, it's going to come out of you naturally. It's going to come out in your tone. It's going to come out in how you show up. It's going to come out in how you present yourself. It's going to come out in how you dress. It's going to come out in how you write emails. It's going to come out in how you show up. Just like your insecurities are coming out now. The reason why you haven't gotten the promotion that you want is because you're insecure. You don't think that you can lead. You don't trust yourself. You second guess yourself. Other people pick up on that, even if it's subconscious, and they doubt you because you doubt you. But when you're the woman who knows you, when you're the woman who knows that she is the shit, you cannot tell her anything. Other people pick up on that. And then they're going, I trust you. Other people pick up on that. And they're going, I trust what you have to say. Other people pick up on that. And they're going, I trust that you can take me to where I want to go. I trust that this is something I should be investing in. You're living in your purpose. You're leveling up. You're living in your zone of genius. You don't want to work at the company full of the insecure people. Whether they're insecure and they're hurting you and they're tearing you down, or they're insecure going, nobody wants to work at this company. It kind of sucks here. People don't like it here. People don't stay here. You want to work at the company where you're being paid handsomely. Then you want to work at the company where there's a company culture of we are the best. Not a toxic company culture of we are the best, every man for themselves. You see how my voice started becoming robotic? I didn't do that on purpose. We are the best. We, have every man for themselves, and it's super hyper masculine, and I'm going to sabotage you to the top. Blah, blah, blah. No, because that's not we are the best. That's not real we are the best. That's fake shit. That's bullshit. That's kindergarten. That's elementary. You want to work at the company who's really the fucking best? You want to work at the company who's doing zone of genius level shit? You want to be at the company who's making zone of genius level money and record-breaking profits? That's a company culture where we are confident. That's a company culture where we have our own internal leadership. And when you're the woman that they hire to shift that company culture, when you're the woman that they hire to elevate that company culture, you coming in with that confidence is the reason they're going to hire you. Because, she's going to be contagious, whether they know it or they don't. Your confidence is going to be absolutely contagious, okay? That's all that I have to say. More on this in such a better way, such a more specific way, complete with like my workbooks and my journal prompts. All of that is inside of Evidently Easy. If you do not already know, Evidently Easy is my newest program. Oh, this bitch. Evidently Easy is so good. I don't know why I said this bitch, but I just really felt that. Evidently Easy is incredibly good, okay? Inside of this miniature course, I am teaching you how to take difficulty off the pedestal. So many people will tell you, do a presentation, go the extra mile. It's a whole bunch of superficial bullshit, taking more action, putting more effort to prove to people that you're serious, to prove to people that you're respectable, pay your dues so that the people approve you and like of you and you get hired and you make more money and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, I want to die just talking about it. So we're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that story at the root. We're getting rid of that story that the struggle makes you respectable. We're getting rid of that story that hard work is the thing that makes you admirable. We're changing that shit. We're shifting that shit. Obviously, we're healing it at the root. What are we also doing in this program? You're going to stop expecting to have to struggle your way to success. Whether that struggle looks like sacrificing your personal life because you have to put in more energy and more effort because you don't trust yourself, or you're struggling because you're nitpicking every single thing that's wrong. You feel insecure in your ability to lead a team and to do a good job. And so you're suffering mentally and emotionally at the job, but you're also trying to rise up in your industry. You know what I mean? Like, that's struggle. That's unnecessary struggle. It's unnecessary drama. It's unnecessary chaos. It's unnecessary difficulty. And we're throwing it out the window. Why? Because we are leading an evidently easy life. And your evidently easy life is where you get everything that you want and desire, whether it's love, income, respect, or recognition in your career. You're receiving that success that you desire with less effort than you ever thought imaginable. How do I get more without doing more? How do I make more money without working harder? How do I get more recognition, the raise and the promotion, without sacrificing my personal life? Because what do we want ultimately? We want an emotionally fulfilled life. That means we want to be enjoying every single aspect of our life. It's not just about, having more vacation time so that I can escape the ball and chain and then come back to it every once in a while. It's not that. I want to have a life experience where I'm enjoying my job. Every moment of my day, I'm enjoying it. I've got coworkers that I enjoy. I enjoy my own processes. Things come to me with ease. Things flow through me with ease. It doesn't take much effort for me to do a good job. I have confidence in my ability to do good work. And I have confidence in my ability to be seen for that work, to be recognized for that work, to attract the right eyes on me, to attract that positive attention, or to attract work at a different company. It's about receiving. It's about getting what you want with less effort than ever before. Okay, so that's all that I've got for you. If you want to learn more about this program, you can read my amazing client testimonials, and you can enroll by clicking the link in the description or the show notes. I love you, and I'll talk to you again next week.